Hello. I'm gonna go ahead and get started now. I'm ready. Hello. So, a couple things. I did like one thing over the weekend in this project. I replaced the bonk animation, which I'm a lot happier with. It looks a lot more how it does in Wind Waker. Bonk. Alright, so that was pretty much the only thing I did. I did tweak the UI a little bit. It still needs a lot of work, but yeah. So I know I do still need to I need to change the way the jump slash works, so it's multiple states. But I don't really want to do that right now. I'm gonna show you another thing that I worked on over the weekend. I have another Godot project. We're just testing some stuff out. Excuse me. Alright, so this project I was playing around with an asset pack that I got from Quaternius on itch. It's pretty neat. It's got some cool trees and bushes and stuff. But that's not what I wanted to show. What I wanted to show is let's see. So I have some ledge detection stuff. So see that pink sphere that's showing where grabbable ledges are, and if I press A, it right now it just snaps me to the top of the ledge. But I wanna have a ledge grabbing system in my Zelda inspired game. And so I was just playing around in here to figure out how to do that. So I'm gonna port that over to this project. We are about to have ads, so I will go through that more after the ads are done. Alright, should be back from ads now. This will be down ray, forward ray. All right, so I started writing, so we have a forward raycast and we have our down raycast. And then we're going to have a node free, debug ledge location, which will be a node E. Let's make this, give it a standard material, shading will be unshaded, color will be pink. Alright, so what we need to do is, we need to check if so there's a couple ways we could do it. Basically, we need to fire one ray down and one ray forward. It doesn't necessarily matter what order we do it in. In the test project, I do the down first and then the forward. But basically what we need to do is we need to figure out if there's a surface in front of the player that we could cast down to, and then we shoot a ray forward at the height of the collision of the first ray, and that will give us the corner of the ledge. So let's, yeah. Alright, so we'll say if down ray dot is colliding, we'll say forward ray dot global position dot y equal to down ray dot collision point dot y, and then we'll say if forward ray dot is colliding, and then we'll say ledge position is equal to forward ray dot collision, and then we'll say if debug ledge location is not equal to null, debug ledge location position is equal to ledge position, and debug ledge ledge location dot visible true.
I'll just do that for now. And then we'll put the visible collision shapes on. And we'll run this. Maybe. So these are not on a layer that array is hitting. I'm gonna make a couple cubes that we can test this with, actually. All right. Actually, I'm gonna make a new scene. 3D. Change the type to static body 3D. Give it a collision shape 3D, which will be a cube. Move it up by 1. Set the scale to 2. We'll also give it a visual mesh instance 3D. Gonna give it a box. Box is gonna be 2 by 2 by 2. We're gonna move it up by 1. So it aligns with where that is, and then we will give it a material, load, Rick. Alright, so we'll save this as climbable block 2M for 2 meters. And we will save scene, put it in prefabs. I guess we'll put it in obstacles. And then should be able to go to our outdoor world, grab that wall, drop it there. Alright, so I need to have the, I think 2 meters will probably be the good height for maybe 2.5, but we'll make a few different ones. But yeah, let's move this up. Let's put it at like, put it at 3, maybe. No, that's too high. 2 1/4, and we'll
Ooh. And then this one, the forward ray, let's bring it back. And let's see. Yeah, that should be fine. So both of those are hitting that corner there. Why is my debug thingy not drawing in the spot that I want it to? No, this needs to be global position, not position. There we go. Here we go. So we need to hide and reset it if it isn't there. That's see. In ledge grab is equal to true. So both of these have to be true in order for can ledge grab to be true. And then we'll see if can ledge grab we'll see debug dot is visible, or dot visible, nope, visible equals true, debug ledge location dot global position is equal to ledge position, else location dot visible is false. spelled visible wrong. There we go. It's raining nice and good here. Sounds cool. Alright. So we have King Ledge Grab, we have the ledge location. So we can try like a couple different heights of so we'll make this one. Actually, we'll keep the X and Z at 2, but we'll have the height be 1. And here we'll say this is 1. And we'll scoot it down. 5. Alright, so we probably want to have a height at which we don't ledge grab, we just hop up onto the block. Alright, I can turn off the collision debugging now. Then we might also want to do some raycasts to the left and right to figure out if we can like shimmy left and right, like how far we can do that. But we'll worry about like actually grabbing the ledge first. So I need to actually open up Wind Waker and check some things real quick. Because I'm pretty sure, I just want to double check, but I'm pretty sure in Wind Waker, if there's a ledge that you can climb, you just have to push forward into the ledge and you automatically climb it. Yeah, you just have to push in the direction of the ledge. How's it going? Welcome. Yeah. This gamepad right here. Alright. So I think in order to detect if we're pushing in the direction of the ledge. So Fullbaka, I don't know how long you've been here, but I'm working on making it so we can detect ledges. So that little pink sphere, that's showing like where a grabbable ledge. I'm good. I've had a busy past couple weeks. Like finally getting rolling on a work project, so that's cool. But yeah, also making good progress on this. So yeah, we are. Let me show you how this is working with visible collision. So I have some ray casts. So you can see the one here that's facing down and the one that's facing forward. This is how we detect ledges. So what we're doing is if this one that's facing down hits something, then we take the one that's facing forward and put it at the height where it hit. And then we shoot that one forward. And if they both are hitting something, that's a corner where a ledge that we can grab is. So we're placing that sphere at the point where both the rays would intersect with the ledge. So now we can, we'll have to get the face normal of the surface that we're hitting with this raycast, and then we'll compare our input vector to the surface normal using a dot product, and that will tell us like how similar the direction that we're pushing the stick is to the direction of the face of the surface, and if it's within a certain threshold, then we'll be able to climb that. So I also need to store the normal there, normal vector. export var ledge face normal direction, which will be a vector 3, and we'll say ledge face normal direction is equal to forward ray dot get collision normal. So the normal is like the right angle facing like perpendicular to the surface. So if we go into the remote here, we go into sensors. So that's -1, which is what we would expect. And then this should be 1 in the x direction. This is 1 in the z. It's -1 in the x. Cool. That's what we want. Yeah, it's simple, but it took me a while to figure out like how to do it. And then I think we're also going to want to do raycasts down from the right and the left to figure out if we can like shimmy along the ledge while we're hanging. And then also for like something like this, this is probably low enough that ledge grabbing is still okay, but if it was any lower than that, we would just want to like hop up onto the top and not necessarily like hang from the ledge. So this will just kind of take some playing around to figure out like what's the maximum and minimum height for a ledge grab, and then also what is the maximum height to do a little hop up onto the ledge. But yeah, this should work on like any shape of ledge as well. Like if we were to say we'll make this a cylinder. So we'll change this to, instead of being a box, we'll change it to a cylinder. And then change this also to a cylinder. Still want to give it that brick material. I'll save it. So this one might actually be a little funky, but we'll see. Into our test level, we can drop that in there. So yeah, it's still detecting the edge there. And we should still be able to get the normal of that too. Yeah, so I think with the cylinder, like actually grabbing onto the ledge isn't that difficult. It's just the shimmying left and right, I think, is what will make it kind of funky. Because we're getting the, yeah, it's getting the normal correctly and everything. Oh yeah, another thing that I mentioned it at the very start of the stream, but I don't think you were there for it. I did swap out the animation for when you roll and bonk, so it looks a lot more like how it does in Wind Waker, where he doesn't like face plant, he just kind of falls on his butt really quickly and then gets up. I'm much happier with that. Cool. So, if we go back into our player and into our run state, let's see, sport var front ledge grab detection. Oh, I actually need to name that script. Yeah. It was funny. It was just a little janky. And then player run state here. Ledge grab detector. There we go. And this should only be the one. So in our update physics, I can say if front ledge grab detector dot can ledge grab. Let's see. Let's see. Var it's a float equal to the dot product of front ledge grab detection dot normal direction dot and then input vector. Player relative input vector. Okay, so let's say if input dot vector is less than 0.8 or negative 0.85, then we'll say player character controller dot position is equal to front ledge grab detection dot ledge grab location or ledge position. Not input vector, input dot. And we'll probably want to like expose that that variable to. All right, so like if. Yeah, if I'm not facing the wall and I push into it, I just kind of go around. But then if I am facing it and I push, I just teleport to the top, which, you know, it's not like clean, but it's working. And then we'll also want a similar ledge detection thing behind the player for if we slide off instead of jumping, then we should ledge grab if we're going slow. And maybe also if if we're standing on the edge and press the interact button, maybe that should lower us down. But we also want to do this ledge check if we're falling as well. So I'm just gonna copy this whole section here. We're gonna put it in the fall. How are we doing the player relative input? Got that. So now we just need to have like a ledge grab state and a ledge hang state. It is funny though, I can just kind of like teleport my way up onto the ledges. So I think I might also need to like, it shouldn't be instant. It should be like if you're doing it for a certain amount of time, like a very small fraction of a second. But it shouldn't be like the frame that you push into the wall. But that's cool. It's working. All right. Ledge states. New child node. Should be a node 3D. I guess it should just be a node. So this will be ledge grab. And then ledge hang. And then we'll have ledge climb up and ledge shimmy. States. Create script. Ledge grab. It inherits from state. So we do need a reference to our ledge grab. Detector. We need a reference to the player. Character controller. put in some var names. Func enter state. Probably typing too fast. Alright, so we also need a reference to the animation tree. Have I actually brought in any of the animations for the ledge grab stuff? I don't think I have. But let's say first thing, we want to, rather than snapping the player to the position, what we'll want to do is set the position of the character controller to like an offset of the ledge when we grab it. But yeah, let's find the ledge grab animations. Pretty sure I have them, but let's see. I think this is one that we want. Gonna make a new folder, call it ledge hang or ledge. And we will put this in there. What does this look like? So this has root motion. This is not what we want. Jump to hang. Is that... Where'd that go? That's also not what we want. close. Just gonna grab a couple of these. On the Mixamo site and look. This is what we want. That's what I wanted. Yo, I am working on ledge grabbing stuff. Let me show you what I got. It's a little janky right now. But we are We're using a couple raycasts to detect grabbable ledges. So we have like we can detect the corners, and then if we press forward towards the ledge, right now it just teleports us to the top. But I'm working on gathering some animations, and I'm gonna build some states for grabbing and hanging onto the ledge, and then shimmying left and right and climbing to the top. So right now it feels really funky because you can just like, it's almost like the ledges don't exist because you're just instantly at the top of them. But yeah, it was fairly simple to get this figured out. Just doing a raycast down and then a raycast forward from the height that the down raycast hit, and then getting that collision point is the grab position, and then I'm calculating the normal, or I'm grabbing the normal of the collision face from the forward raycast and comparing it to the player relative input. So if I'm pressing towards the wall, then we go up. It's a little more obvious on like and I might need to tweak that threshold so it's closer to 1. Because right now it's 8.5. But it might need to be like 0.95 or something. So you can like walk against the wall without... But yeah, that's some cool progress. So like the I'm trying to get like all... Oh, I also replaced the bonk animation, so it looks a little bit better. But yeah, I'm trying to get all the player like movement states, all the ones that aren't like dependent on specific gear or items in the world. I do want to get like a push and pull for like for blocks that we can like push onto a switch, stuff like that. And then I want to do some simple swimming. But that will cover like all the movement for the most part. We landed, but we weren't in the... It didn't trigger the land animation for whatever reason. Anyway, let's grab these animations. So we have that's ledge grab. This is ledge hang idle. Humanoid. There we go. This is animation, ledge, and then we'll have And then let's see, this needs to be set to loop. Linear. Cool. Climb, ledge grab, ledge hang, ledge shimmy left, ledge shimmy right. Alright. So let's see. We got ledge grab. Gotta turn that off for a second. Ledge grab. Yeah. We got ledge hang idle. Shimmy left. Shimmy right. I think I need to turn off the hips on both of these. And then got ledge climb. This one's gonna be funky because I think it's meant for root motion, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to account for that. Anyway, so let's see. My animation tree is getting a little messy. So I started setting up the state for ledge grab. So we can say tree dot. Let's we'll add a function for grabbing the ledge in the animation tree.
trying to remember the quick way to do this. I guess I'll just make a parameter. It's fine. Alright. Make a transition. So now in this run state, rather than this here, we'll say grab ledge. Oh, that's funny. You didn't see that. And actually, I'm going to getting tired of running over there, so I'm gonna move the player. There we go. What? What did I do? I didn't grab the entire player. I just grabbed the mesh. There we go. Alright, so a couple things we need to do. We need to cancel any movement
character controller and pause the updating of it. So we'll say player dot ignore input velocity equals vector 0. So this will get us stuck in this state right now. Yep. Nope, I thought it would. Why did it not? Why are we still moving? Player there. We need to how am I doing it for roll? Ignore input is true. Oh. Yeah. These are rules. So this needs to transition into the hang idle. But we also want to vector 3 offset. So we'll say player dot global position is equal to ledge grab detector dot ledge location ledge position plus offset. So if we run this, should be able to go in the remote, go into that player, go in that ledge state, ledge grab. So I thought I was doing this in the press update. So it's like minus 1.6 and minus 0.3 copy value, and then paste value. What? There we go. I'm gonna decrease the threshold for ledge grabbing. I'm actually gonna put it in the ledge detector itself. Okay, so it gets a little funky with the cylinder. So I'm just gonna hide the cylinder for now. It was useful for testing, but now it's just distracting. Okay, so I think part of the problem is the animation. Since it's exactly in the center of the collider, it's Alright, I think now that now that we have it entering the state properly, I don't need to update the position every frame. So, let's do that. Shapes back on. There we go. So I think we also need to rotate the player a little bit so they're facing directly perpendicular to the edge. I'm just gonna put out a comment here. Rotate. And then we need to start a timer. Actually, yeah. Grab duration. Let's say 0.5. Yeah, let's say. Get tree dot create timer duration. And then say Hang. Set this to false, and then in the animation tree, come on, I'll add a transition from here to here. This is we're just gonna make this delete this transition. Want it at end right there. Go. Actually, no, we do. Yeah, we do want that just to make sure that nope, that was not ready to run. Alright. Let's grab, hang. You didn't miss a whole lot. I'm just starting to work on getting it so the player has like a ledge hanging state and not just a ledge grab state. Alright, let's see. Hi Rozzy, how's it going? Welcome. We're working on making it so we can grab onto ledges. Let's see. Actually, we'll just do if input dot is action just pressed action, and then we'll say state machine dot change state and fall. Go. Oh, that's it. If input action is just pressed. There we go. Help me, I'm hanging. We need to in our animation state machine. Yeah. We need to have a transition to go back from the ledge hanging idle to falling. This is where it gets annoying because there isn't a way to like zoom out in this view, I don't think. Where's fall? Alright. Transition from hang idle to fall. This should not be at end, this should be immediate, and this should be fall. That is what it's called, right? Fall? Yeah, cool. But yeah, Razzies, I'm good. I'm working on ledge grabbing. So we have like, I have it kind of working. There we go. We can at least like let go of a ledge. I do need to set it when we exit the ledge hang state that we re-enable input, because we disable it when we enter the exit state. Let's see. We need a reference to the player. Ignore input is false. And then I'm gonna make sure I actually assign the player. Go. There we go. Cool. Yeah, my animations are offset a little bit, so I might need to go in Blender and edit them a little bit. That's one of the problems of using pre-made animations. But yeah, we also want to make it so if we're in the hanging state and we press forward, then we climb to the top. Or if we press left or right, we shimmy. But yeah, we're making some good progress here. Happy with how that's turning out. That looks a little silly. But yeah, Rosie, I'm not sure how much of this you've seen. Kind of show off what I've got so far. So we got like running around. Oh, what the heck? All right, I broke something very badly. It's kind of funny though. I guess I can ledge hang on the chest, which is not not what I want to be able to do. But yeah, we can swing our sword around. We can backflip. We can jump attack. We can side hop left and right. We can roll. We can bonk into stuff. And now we can grab onto ledges. Well, I do need to set it so when we're hanging onto a ledge, the action icon says let go. Like that classic Wind Waker meme of Link, like you see his face like this and it just says let go. It's good. Alright. That should be a pretty easy thing to do. And enter state. I think it's just on the interactor, which access unique name. Let's say interactor dot I actually need to look at this because it's been a while since I've action button UI. So I'll say interactor dot action button UI dot let's see. Set label text. Yeah, I'm excited with how things are going. I'm getting most of the movement stuff the way that I want it to. Why is it not like that? Wow. I have not been consistent about how I'm naming stuff. There we go. But I also want to, let's see, in our interactor. Okay, so, oh, is it because this is an on ready? I don't know. I guess I don't necessarily even need the action button UI there. I could just say could just say action button UI. There we go. Now we have the classic let go. But yeah, there's not a whole lot left to add as far as movement, like core movement stuff. I want to have the ledge shimmying left and right, climbing up onto the ledge. I want climbing ladders, and I want pushing and pulling blocks, and some basic swimming, and then also some like knockback states, and like getting up from being knocked back. But yeah, we got most of it. Made a lot of progress. I mean, I have been working on this for like more than 7 months at this point. But not full time or anything. But yeah, this is cool. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up in a little bit. What time is it? It's 4:30. Yeah, this is episode 50, so that's close to 100 hours total work right now. Because my streams are usually about 2 hours long, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter, and I'm not always working the full time, so yeah, 100 hours give or take to get us here, which I think is pretty cool. Making video games is fun. Oh yeah, final phase. I can't remember if you were here on Thursday, but I did add I added damage types, so so I can no longer destroy the bombable wall with my sword. It has to be a bomb, and I'm using enum flags for that, for the damage types. So like let's see. So my bombable wall in the health script, it has this damage mask. So these are the damage types that I have right now. And right now it only has explosion checked. So it'll ignore damage from all the other types. So yeah, it's getting to the point where I'm gonna be having a lot of fun like building levels and starting to add like enemies and that kind of cool stuff. I also experimented a little bit off stream on like some visual improvements, just trying to figure out like how to get it to look cool. So I'm playing around with like fog and lighting and stuff like that for like a dungeon level. Whoa, what happened there? Okay. I guess I tried to ledge hang on a pot and picked up the pot while ledge hanging and it did some real jank stuff. I guess I need to make it so those the ledge hang checks. Oh. Speedrun strat. You can pot clip out the floor. That's great. Oh, Thorin says hi. But yeah, I think I just need to make it so you can't ledge grab onto things that are interactable, like pots and my pots no longer break on impact. That's interesting. That probably also has to do with the damage mask. Let's see. Yeah. That's so funny that like all these little bugs that I'm running into, like they're the same kind of bugs that you run into in the actual Nintendo games. Alright, can I pot clip here? Oh boy. Okay, so the ledge hang, it does need to check and see if you're holding something before it lets you ledge hang, because that was real busted. Yeah. It is making me feel better about, yeah. But I feel like that, like, N64, GameCube era games, it's like, that's kind of the limit of what I think a solo dev can do. Alright, so yeah, I need to make some notes here. Let's see. We're about to have ads. But yeah, I wanna fix the pot breaking. Yeah. So that just does a signal. Take damage. Amount damage type. Yeah, so I think part of it I just need to decrease the length of the downward raycast. But I also need to make it so it masks the interactable layer. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so damage on collision. I got this edit. So we want that to be 2. For impact. And then health. Gonna mask so it. Actually, yeah, I'll take all of them. Actually, maybe not fire and ice and lightning. Okay. Alright, that's fixed. Okay. So pot is on. So yeah, that goes way too far down. Let's set it to like -1.4. It does need to mask layer 1 because that's the layer that the world is on. So I think what I might need to do is, let's see. So this is on layer 1. If I set it so it's not on layer 1, it's only on layer 4, does it fall through the ground? No, it does not. Okay, so that still works, but I can walk through it. Okay. If it masks layer 2. I don't think that's what I had meant for it to do. Okay. So I think what I might need to do is have one layer that's for interactables that are only triggers, and one that's for like physical interactables. Layers. The player's collider is only on layer 2, right? Oh,
it masks 1? What if it masks 4? And 1. Okay, yeah, this fixes the issue of climbing on pots. Thorn's mad about something. Can still try to climb on a chest, which is not what we want, but I can just set that so it's not on layer 1. It's on layer 4. Interesting. So the pot is on layer 4, mask layer 1 and 4. Then the chest on layer 4, mask 1 and 4. Mask 1 and 4. There's no other. Oh, I see, I see. It was the lid, I think. There we go. Now we can't climb on the chest. Or the pot. No more pot clips out of bounds. I probably also need to, so I know this, this bomb wall is just using like a big cube for the collision. I think it's not having the angle that's at the top, but I probably should do a check when I do the ledge grab,
to make sure that the angle of the raid that's going down isn't too steep, because I don't want to be able to grab onto a slope. I only want to be able to grab onto like relatively flat ledges. But that's for another time. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. Thank you all so much for hanging out. We'll find us somebody to raid, and then I'll be back on Thursday. Alright, who should I raid? Juno is learning game dev, so I think let's go raid Juno. I think that'll be nice. He's yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope to see you on Thursday. And if not, have a good rest of your week. Get this raid going. Alright, have a good one. Bye.